Hello, guys. My name is Diego Yanez, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a conversation that I tend to gravitate towards, specifically at the age range in which I'm at. And hopefully, I can give you guys a good opinion, and it is just something to think about as of these days. Now, basically, I want to talk about the idea of validation and the idea of taking everything into account and just being aware of what you really want in life, specifically at this point in stage, because I notice a lot of college students specifically will tend to lean towards one way or another because we're unsure of what we really want specifically in life due to the fact that we really haven't lived that much. And I just wanted to share some insight on that. And basically, I'm just trying to persuade people at this point in life to take it slowly, but within take it slowly, I also want people to realize that you don't need to seek out that specific validation that society tends to pose on us, but more necessarily, I want people to realize that the best thing you could do for yourself is take your time, and the best thing you can also do for yourself is be aware of who you are as a person. It's also about discovering yourself at this point in stage. And with that, comes the aspects of growing and maturing and going through life experiences, obviously. But at the end of the day, we have a good idea of who we are and what we want in this life. So all that goes to say, I have two examples of somewhat of the situations that I've seen. I have a friend of mine. His name is Alan Likens, and he's been a friend of mine since high school, since freshman year of high school. And I've gotten to know him really well, and he's been one of my really best friends growing up. And me and him have two different lives. I'm at a point where I'm in college and I'm trying to get my degree in something that I want. But for him, it's more of a thing where he doesn't see college, as a place where he will grow, and he sees it more as I have the opportunity to do something that I love without having to spend the money and the time and the effort that it takes to be the college student. And that's completely fine with him. That's completely fine, and he's accepted it, and it's something that I will support him in any way I can. But his true happiness is what matters the most, and he decided to take that decision at the start of our college life. So he's at a point where he's in a good place, and he's doing something that he likes, and there's no sort of pressure on him really. And I'm happy for him, I really am, and he's doing really fine. And then there's, from another standpoint, I have a friend right now in college that I'm rooming with. His name is Alex. And we focus on the idea of, do we really continue with this, or do we change our lives in some way because we're not really satisfied? And all I could say to that is, what are your true passions in life? Sincerely, you got to focus on those. And from then on, you got to see, can I take one of those passions that I have and make them into something more? And obviously, that's really what the whole concept of college is all about. But people tend to just throw themselves in there, not really sure of what's going on or what the progress is going to be like, and it brings people down. And it brings a lot of mental stress, brings a lot of anxiety, and it brings a lot of added things to you that shouldn't happen in the first place. If you really try to identify at the core, what is it that I really want to do? And basically, my main idea is, I like to say greatness from small beginnings. That's my phrase that I've kind of pinpointed towards me, because kind of like my life has been at a point where it's always been from a small beginning. I'm a kid. I don't know why I ended up in Alabama, but here I am. I'm a Mexican kid. Mother's Mexican, dad is Spanish, and I'm at a point where I'm privileged. College is a privilege. While it is beneficiary, it is a privilege where I'm at right now specifically. And so, kind of taking all of that into account, I want to make sure that I am at a place where I can maintain myself happy, and to where I'm not affecting other people in a negative way, because your parents tend to look out for you. They really want you to make it, but nobody else is going to be aware of what you want sincerely unless you decide to take action for yourself. And make sure to take things slowly. That's my main thing. That's my main thing, sincerely, because there'll be people at this point in life where they're like, oh, I have depression and I don't know what to do with college. And even if you're failing school, there's no amount of time that will not be able to fix that, you know? And that at the end of the day is just greatness from small beginnings. And I sincerely hope, regardless of the obstacles that you face in your life, that you'll get yourself to that point, because everyone works hard enough to get to where they are. Everyone does. Nothing's going to be given in this life at the end of the day. So on that note, I hope I gave you guys some insight, and thank you very much for listening.